Welcome back to No Hidden Agenda TV. I'm Sarah Solomon. On this episode of Kissimmee Connect, sponsored by Experience Kissimmee, we're catching up with some of the destination's most prominent hotel partners and top-tier hospitality venues. Let's take a look. Part of Kissimmee's charm is right behind me, the Omni Champions Gate, a beautiful property to host your meetings. And joining me now is Leanne Davis, Director of Sales and Marketing here at the Omni Champions Gate. So who better to discuss some of the opportunities available for event organizers than you, Leanne? So tell us a little bit about this property. I know Omni is a brand that is familiar to the industry, but what makes Omni Champions Gate different?
Most recently, we have added an additional 144 rooms to our inventory. So we're right over 1,000 rooms. So that has opened us up to a whole new set of meeting planners. We have 250,000 square foot of meeting space, which is great for a group that size. You can allow up to 3 ballrooms, tremendous amount of breakouts. Not to mention we have the most outdoor meeting space in general for you to have events. Here at the hotel, you can do poolside, we have numerous lawns. Our preferred vendor is Pinnacle Live, and they've been on property now for about 18 months that they've been here, and they do offer a one-of-kind experience that you can actually go to do with the one-stop shopping through us and incorporate that as a part of your overall event. We did also spend a great deal of money recently on our meeting space. We redid all the wall coverings, carpeting in the area, the light fixtures, painting, all that was redone just in summer of last year.
That is awesome. And I know you and I were chatting about the fact that Kissimmee in general has this history, right, in this community, and to experience some of that local flavor, if you will, is something that the Omni really embraces here. So can you speak a little bit about that?
We love to sell the fact that if you have an event, why not use local people? Why not use local members of Experience Kissimmee, bring in their products, bring in their fun activities to continue to bring in that feel of the location. I think it all comes down to community and family, and I love the fact that, you know, we've had banquet servers that have been here since we've opened. We have groups that come back year after year because they know they're going to see the same people, they're going to experience the same things, and that's what's really made this hotel successful.
I couldn't agree more. We've had the opportunity to be part of several on-site events here, and it really is a fabulous experience. So thank you so much for sharing your insight and your knowledge of the Omni Champions Gate. Groups staying at Omni can enjoy the feel of an off-site event without ever leaving the resort. Any group is welcome to book an event here at Eagle's Edge, even if staying at another hotel. Okay, everyone, I am joined now by Zach Harrison, Sales and Service Manager for Eagle's Edge, located on the beautiful Omni Champions Gate property. It is just incredible out here. And you, sir, get to experience this every single day. So tell us a little bit about Eagle's Edge and this being a fairly new venue.
Yeah, so Eagle's Edge, we are a top tracer golf range that has 30 hitting bays with a full service restaurant and bar, and plenty of event space for any size group. We're able to do upwards of about 700, 750 guests. With extensions to our lawn that we have out front, we've done upwards of almost about 1,000 guests.
Amazing. So of course it's located, like I mentioned, right here at the Omni Champions Gate. So talk about some of the unique features that are here. I mean, we've got, the golf experience for our golf lovers and even those that may play golf casually. But let's talk a little bit about what makes this particular venue unique.
One of the things that is a little bit different here is we have, our Omni standard when it comes to service as well as food and beverage. We've done a full Irish menu for St. Patrick's Day. We've had sushi rollers out here, but then we also have some of that much more approachable fare as far as, burgers, sliders, that sort of thing. But really, whatever that group is looking to do, we can make their event what their vision is. We have cameras throughout the entire venue that once you hit your ball, it instantly tracks it, gives you height, speed, distance, any curvature. And we're able to incorporate that with a multitude of different games. So you can play 18 holes at Pebble Beach, or you can play Angry Birds, or Longest Drive, closest to the pin. There's a variety of games for any type of skill level. So you can be a seasoned golfer or a first time coming out and still be able to have a great time.
This is very comforting to know that I could sit at the bar, grab a drink,
Absolutely.
watch people enjoy golf, but then also have a hand at it myself. So thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
So as we continue exploring unique venues across Kissimmee, we'd be remiss if we did not stop at the beautiful Gaylord Palms Resort and Convention Center. And I am joined with Aubrey Vilmuth, who is here to tell us all about the unique features here at the Gaylord Palms Resort and Convention Center. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So let's first start with the importance of creating an experience for event organizers of all industries, right? Like this is what our industry is really looking for. And when they're partnering with venues, they are looking for ways to create unique, memorable experiences. So walk us through how this beautiful property does that.
Here at the Gaylord Palms Resort and Convention Center, we specialize in making moments together extraordinary. So we have about 500,000 square feet of convention space, which is perfect for even the most intimate meeting, all the way up to a 3,000 person general session. When it comes to technology, we have an on-site IT and AV team ready to support you in any way that you may need while you're here at the Gaylord Palms Resort and Convention Center. We also have the Gaylord Hotels app, which will give the attendees step-by-step instructions, leading them all the way from their guest rooms to the meeting rooms, making sure that no one gets lost when they're here on property. We also have just installed LED archways, which are perfect for company branding, really getting your message across to your attendees while they're here. We also have it on the opposite side, so when your attendees are exiting, you can thank them for an amazing event and can't wait to welcome them back for the next year.
And it's also my understanding that the property has undergone some pretty extensive renovations as of late. So if you could walk us through those renovations, and for those that may have been to this property before, what's new and different outside of the renovations?
Yeah, so earlier this year, we unveiled a $134 million renovation project. This included our beautiful lobby, a revamp of all of our convention spaces, as well as all of our guest rooms, with multiple restaurants and lounges. So after you arrive here at the Gaylord Palms Resort and Convention Center and walk through our beautiful, gorgeous new lobby, you will enter our atrium, which is filled with 500,000 live plants, as well as local Florida wildlife. We are actually in the Key West atrium, which has a 60-foot sailboat right inside. We also have our Everglades atrium, which pays homage to the state of Florida and all of our wildlife here. We also have a live alligator encounter, which you can watch them feed them while we're here. And we also have the Castillo Fort, which is a Spanish-inspired historical fort right inside our atrium, which is perfect for weddings or small receptions.
And nothing says Florida and an experience in Kissimmee like feeding a gator, right? Well, we certainly hope you've enjoyed learning more about the Gaylord Palms Resort and Convention Center. Aubrey, thank you so much for all of your insight. And of course, you saw the beautiful property through our tour. So again, you can host your next meeting right here. So we've all heard of the Embassy Suites brand, but here at the Embassy Suites Orlando Lake Buena Vista South in Kissimmee, things are a little bit different. So who better to walk us through the meeting space and this gorgeous property overall than Ahmed Hanbali, the Director of Events, who's been with this property for over a decade. So thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time with us. We're standing here in the lobby, but of course you have some amazing meeting space. So walk us through, what makes this Embassy Suites in particular unique than some of the other properties.
Absolutely. Well, one thing for sure, this hotel was built as a boutique hotel. When you think Embassy Suites, typically you are thinking about a property with limited service and with maybe 5,000 square feet on average of function space. Whereas here, we have the privilege of having over 40,000 square feet of function space. So we can do a lot more than your average Embassy Suites, and we have been enjoying quite a bit of group business because of that. We just renovated all of our suites, so when you look around, the hotel looks brand new. Our food and beverage is very colorful, I would say. It's always a nice, pleasant surprise to our customers because when people come in here, they expect the typical bland banquet food experience. And to their surprise and delight, it's never what they think. We enjoy 95% or above positive experience feedback on meeting planner surveys. That is phenomenal. I've never seen that. And we're only able to do that because of our staff, their dedication, and all of us as a group committed to service excellence.
Awesome, and of course, having the support of an organization like Experience Kissimmee, who I'm sure, get tons of questions about meeting space and kind of helping to source groups, to the right location. So talk to us about your partnership with them and how it's been fruitful for both parties.
Absolutely, without a doubt, Experience Kissimmee has been a tremendous partner to us and bringing tremendous added value to what we do and who we are. In addition to the fact that Experience Kissimmee is omnipresent internationally, nationally, attending trade shows, and representing all of us, all of the hotels here in Kissimmee, especially, for us, it presents a tremendous value.
As we explore more unique venues around Kissimmee, we are, of course, at the incredible Margaritaville Resort Orlando, joined by the Director of Catering and Events, Kirk Schenkel.
Hi, how are you?
Great.
Good.
This has such a wonderful energy, this property. I love the lobby. It's fun, it's light, it's airy, refreshing. I mean, all of the things. So when we're talking to groups, bringing their business here, tell us a little bit about your venue space and what makes it unique and different.
Our claim to fame here is fun. Really exciting meetings, exciting food, but our space is combined with indoor and outdoor. And we have a great pool area that we can close for you and do a party out by the pool. We have a grand ballroom, it's elegant. We're about 25,000 square feet inside and about another 20,000 square feet outside where we can do events indoor and outdoor.
You mentioned outdoor space, not just the pool, but then of course we've got the Sunset Boulevard walk here.
Yeah,
so
the Sunset Walk is a great attraction. We don't expect them to be here every night, give their people a night off. And Sunset Walk is a perfect one that, within 5 minutes you're there in walking distance. There's great restaurants in there. Gloria Estefan has a restaurant in there. Ford's Garage is in there. Lizzie's is a barbecue spot. The Wharf is a great spot. So we always have that, and that's a great attraction.
one thing that struck me when we walked into the lobby is you've got a gorgeous LED screen right behind the check-in desk.
Yep.
So of course, when we're talking about technology, which is extremely important in our industry,
Right.
of course, that offers additional unique visibility opportunities for groups coming in. So can you walk us through
Yes. So
that screen and more?
It's an item that we will offer our clients and we'll sell to them, but it's a giant screen. We can brand that for them, and they could stream a video. It could be a slideshow about their company. It could be their sponsors flashing up and down. But the coolest part about that is that's there, and then throughout the property, each meeting room has a screen. We can have it in each one of the meeting rooms that they're using, and they're outside our building. They're in our elevators. So they're going to get some great exposure, and once we show them that, it's almost a no-brainer.
Because of your flexibility here and your focus on fun, you have the opportunity to do things like bars in the lobby area. So it
Yep.
doesn't have to be secluded, kind of in the meeting space
Yes.
only. So can you walk us through food and beverage and
Yep.
how you really do create an experience through that?
Right. Well, we try to keep everything, that their stay is in paradise. So everything is, outdoor based, fresh fruits, fresh fish, luau's. There's a group that comes to mind where we had a steel drummer right at the front door, and he was playing, and as the guests were checking in, we were passing them rum punch. So what a better way to check into the hotel for your upcoming convention than to be greeted that way. So we're pretty kind of famous for doing things off the beaten path. at Margaritaville, but people do get their work done. We're not drinking margaritas all day.
Well, darn.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a little disappointed that we were not greeted with rum punch today on our way in.
Well, I
but
can
that's
take
okay.
care of that as soon as we're done here.
So let's wrap this interview up quickly. No,
That's
just
right.
kidding.
Yeah.
I also want to talk about your partnership with Experience Kissimmee.
Yes,
I mean, I'm
it's
sure.
awesome.
Yeah, let's speak to that awesomeness.
Yeah, I mean, you know, so we get together a lot. You know, they come to the property. They'll bring people to us so we can, you know, wine and dine them a little bit and schmooze them and take them around the hotel. That's when we always have margaritas and cheeseburgers in paradise, the smaller ones. But there's a great connection with us in Experience Kissimmee. They bring us lots of great business leads, and it's awesome.
Well, thank you so much. It was great to learn more about the property.
Yeah.
We hope you've enjoyed this tour of some of the premier hotels and hospitality venues Kissimmee has to offer. From luxurious resorts to boutique gems, it's clear this destination knows how to roll out the red carpet. Thank you for watching No Hidden Agenda TV, sponsored by Experience Kissimmee. We'll see you next time on episode 3 of our Kissimmee Connect series.